Petey and I only ever get into fights if he hasn't smoked weed in like an hour.
Yeah.
BFFs.
Petey's really good at just sort of like going with the flow instead of like whatever. And I'm a little bit structured. I'm a little bit like, all right, so Petey, what are we doing today? What order are we gonna go in? How are we gonna get there? Like that's how my mind is.
I like to throw a wrench in the gears to see how we
react. And Petey's kind of like, you know, whatever, man. Well, we met at South by Southwest, but we started talking on the internet.
Yeah, we were internet pals before.
Yeah,
we were IRL.
That's right. We were talking a lot on AIM. And I remember Petey sent me this tune called Sea Breeze, which never came out, right?
No, never did, yeah.
And I remember thinking that track was just amazing. I was your biggest fan.
Old Diener, I appreciate
How times have changed. You've lived on this couch.
I've spent many a night on this couch.
Yeah.
Remember when I got in that car wreck and I showed up at your house?
Yeah.
You gave me Vicodin and I slept on your couch.
I actually nursed Petey back to health.
I was in a car wreck on 80, like coming back from Oakland one time.
You called me at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. And my like hip was all fucked up.
His hip was all fucked up. And for some reason, and honestly, this sounds bad, but I think I had...
You had a fat sack of Vicodin.
I had some...
a bunch of it.
So Petey's been playing Grand Theft Auto a lot lately, so killing things has been something Petey and I have been discussing a lot lately.
Yeah.
Murder. And
Dean likes to talk
killing.
to people like he's my stepfather.
Yes. Petey and I have been discussing this a lot lately. No, but we were talking about things we've killed, and I've only ever killed crawdads when I was a little kid. We'd go get crawdads and make them... We'd let them loose and then watch them run across the freeway.
Wow.
Still funny to me. It's really terrible though.
Twisted.
I know. That's the only like gnarly, bad little boy shit I ever did to like another living creature. But Petey,
Virginia, man, I just killed plenty of animal.
What? Let me ask you this: what's the last thing you killed?
Probably a squirrel or a possum or something run over.
You don't even remember. Yeah, it all just blurs together.
You definitely remember the last thing you killed.
Yeah, fucking crawdad.
Yeah.
I think we both kind of extract things from each other. Like there's things that Petey does really well that I know that I just don't come naturally to me. And maybe vice versa.
No, totally. Dean's a much better like engineer and like mix sound guy than I am, and he's much better with synthesis and stuff like that. Like,
I think Petey's really just like this creative beast who can just like dive into tracks and start building things and throwing ideas around. Whereas I'm sort of more of an editor and I like to sort of refine stuff and craft and sculpt things. Petey's like Dimebag Daryl. And who am I?
How are you gonna?
Who am I?
Can you explain that a little bit?
You're from the South.
Okay. He's like dubstep Ryan Gosling.
Whenever girls want to flirt with me, they tell me I look like Ryan Gosling.
Cause you do.
I don't know. It just makes me feel weird.